think back to the last time maybe you booked a flight online, and it was surprisingly smooth. Or maybe when your grocery order, the one you placed on the app, arrived exactly right.
Yeah, those moments where things just work.
Exactly. We kind of take them for granted, don't we? But have you ever stopped to think what's actually making it all happen so effortlessly behind the curtain, so to speak?
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because the tech doing the heavy lifting there is often completely invisible to us.
Right. And that's what we're diving into today. Cloud technology. It's this unseen, super powerful engine driving so much of modern life.
Yeah, and maybe just to clarify for everyone, when we say the cloud, we're basically talking about using powerful computers and massive storage, but not in your office, right? They're accessed over the internet.
Okay.
Think of it like saving your photos online, but, scaled up massively for huge businesses.
Okay, right. So let's unpack that. Our goal today, our mission, if you like, is to look at how key industries, airlines, supermarkets, banks are using this cloud tech behind the scenes. We want to get how it makes their operations better, and crucially, how that translates into a smoother, faster, more reliable experience for you, the customer, often without you even realizing it.
And the big picture here really is how this remote setup allows data to be shared and processed instantly, anywhere. That real-time aspect is key.
Absolutely fundamental for the instant stuff we expect now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's take off with airlines. How are they using the cloud for, well, everything involved in flying? Schedules, bookings, keeping things on time.
Well, honestly, they rely on cloud systems for pretty much everything now. From the second you search for a flight, all the way to landing.
Right.
Think about booking online, then maybe checking in on your phone. The information always matches up, doesn't it? It's consistent everywhere.
Yeah, it feels totally seamless, like one system.
Exactly, because all their flight info, passenger details, it's all stored on these central remote cloud servers.
Okay.
So their website, the mobile app, the airport kiosks, the gate agent's computer in, say, London.
They're all tapping into the same live data.
Precisely. The exact same up-to-the-minute information.
Yeah.
It's less like separate files and more like one giant, constantly updating global spreadsheet almost.
Wow.
So if that agent in London changes your booking because of a delay,
The baggage guys in Chicago see it immediately.
instantly. For customer service in Tokyo, everyone's on the same page.
Okay, but here's the thing that always amazes me. Airlines deal with just insane amounts of data, right? And think about the surges, holidays, big sales. How does the cloud handle that without, melting down?
That's actually one of the core strengths of the cloud. It's flexibility. It's scalability.
Right.
These airline cloud systems are built to automatically grab more computing power, more processing, more bandwidth, exactly when it's needed for those peaks.
So just expand.
It expands on demand. And then, just as importantly, when traffic drops off, it scales back down automatically.
Okay. Efficient.
Very elastic, very efficient. It keeps things running smoothly even when everyone's trying to book at once.
That makes a lot of sense. I remember reading, I think it was Southwest Airlines, made a big move to the cloud recently. What did that actually do for them?
Yeah, that's a good example. What's interesting there is they're using the cloud for like real-time fare analysis.
So quicker price updates for us.
Pretty much instantaneous, yeah. Finding the latest available fares right away. And, also important, it gives their customer service teams better tools, more integrated information.
So they can help you faster if there's an issue.
Exactly. Solve problems more efficiently.
And most passengers, like me, probably have zero idea this complex cloud stuff is happening underneath.
None at all.
You just notice the website feels faster or the check-in line moves quicker.
That's the goal, really. The underlying tech should be invisible. You just get the benefit, the speed, the reliability.
Right.
But for the airline itself, the impact is massive. Better communication internally, smoother operations because everyone's working off the same real-time data, coordinating crews, updating flight statuses. It all feeds into a better journey for you.
Okay, so the cloud's like this central nervous system keeping everything flying right. Got it. Now let's wheel our cart over to the supermarket. How's the cloud working its magic there amongst the aisles?
Well, think about inventory. Modern supermarkets have these really sophisticated systems to track what's on the shelves, right?
Yeah, they always seem to know when they're out of my favorite biscuits.
Exactly. And increasingly, those systems are cloud-based. They give a real-time view of stock levels. It's a bit like a shared digital shopping list for the entire chain.
Okay.
When you buy that last carton of milk and it gets scanned,
Ding. The cloud knows.
instantly. That sale updates the central cloud inventory, and that can trigger an automatic reorder to the supplier or maybe alert staff that stock is low.
So it helps keep shelves stocked.
Definitely. And staff can even use handheld devices, also connect to the cloud, to check if an item is in the back or maybe at another nearby store. Real-time info.
And what about things like loyalty cards?
Hmm.
Collecting points. Is the cloud managing that too?
Oh, absolutely. Cloud services are crucial for loyalty programs and the point of sale systems.
Right, the tills.
Yeah. When you swipe your card, the points you earn usually hit your account almost instantly. That's the cloud connection working.
So I can check my app right after shopping and see the points?
Typically, yes. Behind the scenes, the store system talks to the cloud server, updates your balance, and it analyzes your purchase history.
Ah, so that's how they send me those coupons for things I actually buy.
Exactly. Personalized offers based on that cloud-analyzed data.
Clever. But what about those crazy busy times, like the day before Thanksgiving or Christmas? How do supermarkets cope with everyone hitting the checkout at once? Does the cloud help there?
It does, in much the same way as with airlines, that scalability factor.
Ah, it expands again.
Precisely. Cloud computing lets supermarkets boost their IT resources to handle those massive surges, Black Friday, pre-holiday rushes, without the systems grinding to a halt.
So checkouts stay fast.
They stay responsive. I saw a report about a big global grocery chain. They got something like a 30% performance boost after moving to the cloud.
Wow, 30%. That's huge.
Yeah, it meant a much smoother experience for shoppers and staff, even when it was incredibly busy.
So speed, reliability, even under pressure.
And there's another reliability angle, too. By using a network of cloud servers, not just one machine in the back office.
They avoid having a single point of failure.
Exactly. If one server has a glitch, others can take over. So the tills keep working, the inventory stays accurate, your shopping isn't disrupted.
Okay, that makes total sense. So from keeping items in stock to getting us through checkout faster, the cloud is doing a lot of quiet work at the grocery store. Right. Let's switch gears one last time, banking. We interact with banks constantly through tech now. How is the cloud changing things there?
Well, this is where that real-time, seamless connection really comes into its own. Banks are using the cloud heavily to link up all their different services instantly.
Oh,
Think about how your email syncs across your phone, tablet, computer.
yeah. Read it once, it's marked red everywhere.
It's the same idea. When you deposit cash at an ATM,
Right.
that info goes straight to the bank's central cloud system. Your balance updates pretty much instantaneously everywhere. Check the app, ask a teller, use another ATM, it shows the new balance.
That is different. I remember when you deposit a check and it wouldn't show up till the next day, maybe.
Right, those used to be overnight batch updates. Now, thanks to the cloud, it's continuous, immediate.
And this expectation we have now for like 24/7 banking access, is that cloud-driven too?
Absolutely. Online banking, mobile apps, even those support chat features, they're hosted on resilient cloud servers.
Resilient meaning.
Meaning they have redundancy. If one server has an issue, the workload just shifts automatically to another one in the cloud network.
Ah, so minimal downtime for us.
Exactly. That's how they offer that always-on service we rely on.
So even when I just tap my debit card at a shop and it's approved in like a second, that's the cloud again.
That's precisely it. Those cloud-based payment systems are handling that super fast chat between the shop's terminal and your bank, checking funds, updating your balance, all in moments.
Okay, but banks handle our money. Security must be absolutely paramount. How does the cloud help with, keeping things safe?
Critical point. And the cloud actually offers huge advantages here. Banks use the massive processing power of the cloud to crunch through enormous amounts of transaction data in real time.
Looking for weird stuff.
Exactly. Looking for anomalies, patterns that suggest fraud. They can analyze data from everywhere simultaneously, branches, ATMs, online, mobile.
So my card gets stolen and used somewhere weird.
The bank's cloud-based fraud detection system, which is constantly learning, can often spot that unusual activity, wrong location, unusual amount, flag it, and block the transaction almost instantly.
Wow, like a supercomputer watchdog in the cloud.
It's a pretty good analogy, yeah. It's constantly monitoring.
That's actually really reassuring. And I guess, like the others, banks have peak times too. Payday, maybe.
Yeah.
Online sales events.
Definitely. And again, that scalability is key. The cloud infrastructure lets banks ramp up their processing power during those high traffic times.
So transfers go through quickly, bill payments don't lag.
Right. Everything stays smooth and efficient, even when millions of transactions are happening at once.
Okay, so whether it's checking my balance instantly, banking anytime, or even being protected from fraud, The cloud is this silent powerhouse behind modern banking.
It really is remarkable how this one underlying technology supports so many different essential parts of our day-to-day lives, often completely unseen.
Absolutely. So if we pull this all together, the big takeaway seems to be that cloud technology is this invisible but totally vital layer making things work better. Airlines, supermarkets, banks, it makes interactions smoother, more dependable.
Yeah, by connecting everything up and processing all that data remotely in real time.
And the real aha moment, I think, is seeing how much more flexible and responsive these businesses become because of it.
Mm-hmm. That ability to scale up or down, update info instantly everywhere, ensure things keep running. It's a fundamental change in how they operate.
It really is like that idea of a supercharged brain in the sky, or maybe a better term is uh, this interconnected digital nervous system they can all plug into.
Yeah, that works. Which leads to a neat final thought for you listening at home.
Okay.
Next time you have one of those really seamless experiences, booking that flight easily, breezing through grocery checkout, checking your bank balance on your phone, just pause for a second.
Right.
Consider all that complex cloud technology humming away quietly in the background, making it all happen for you right there in real time.
That's a great point. It does make you wonder what other industries are probably leaning heavily on the cloud in ways we just haven't noticed yet. Definitely something for you to think about.